Hi my junior techies, I hope you are enjoying your learning experience with us. So today we will be solving a hard problem on junior techies coding platform. Okay, so for that my junior techies, you all already know you have to first log in into your account. So click on login, enter your details. So once I log in my junior techies, I will come to this dashboard page. And here in this purple box, you can see the questions that you have already solved. And if you want to solve more questions, go to continue solving. Click on this button. And once you do that, you will come to this page. Then you have to select your age group. If you are in the age group 8 to 12, select that. If you are in the age group 13 plus, then you have to select that. Okay. Now here are all the problems. So we have already solved 2 problems. Today we will attempt a hard problem. You can see here we have hard problems, 4 hard problems. So let's try out the power problem. Okay, so let's click this. Okay, so this is the problem that we have. This is the question, the input output, then there is this sample input, sample output, junior techies code editor, program input, and the output. You all must be already familiar with the junior techies coding platform. So my junior techies, let's read the question. The power question. Your maths teacher has given you a problem to solve. That is to find a raised to the power b. But you decide to go one step forward. You write a computer program to find a raised to the power b. Now I am sure you all must have come across questions like 2 raised to the power 3, right? Which is 2 cube, or 4 raised to the power 5 in maths. So today we are going to write a computer program which will calculate such things like 4 raised to the power 5, which is a raised to the power b. So you can assume the first number. For example, if I am calculating 2 raised to the power 3, in this 2 as the number a and b as the number 3, a raised to the power b. Okay, so what does the input contain? Input contains 2 lines. The first line, which has the number a greater than equal to 0, where a is a whole number. Second line, which has number b, again a whole number. Okay, and output contains only one line, that is the calculated value of a raised to the power b. So if I have 2 raised to the power 3, it means that I have to multiply 2 3 times. 2 into 2 into 2, which is the answer is 8. And if I have 7 raised to the power 0, now we know that any number raised to the power 0 is 1. Okay, so your computer program should do all this. Okay, so let's start writing it. Okay, so first of all we will create variables. Okay, I will create a variable and I will give it a name, var a. Okay, I will create one more variable and I will give it the name var b, because we need 2 variables to calculate a raised to the power b. Okay, now my junior techies, what will I do? I will select the first number, set variable. Okay, and I will choose a here, var a. Okay, first I will take var a from the set var a2. Now my junior techies, we said that we will take only whole values, whole numbers, right? In the input we had mentioned that a and b are whole numbers. So this means that there is no fractional part attached to that. They should be both integers, whole numbers. So when I say raw input function will give me string. I have to convert it, right? Remember the first problem we solved? So go to conversion, select int, okay, and put it here. Int, and then input, for input I have to type raw input. Okay, so I will get the variable a. Now I have to do the same thing with variable b. Okay, set, I have to set the value of variable b. The same thing with b, again conversion, select the int function, place it here, and then for input raw input. Okay, so I have variable a, I have variable b. Now I have to find a raised to the power b. So in this concept we will be using loops. Loops is a very powerful programming concept. Those of you who already know it will find it easy to solve, but those of you who don't, again I would like to recommend to you Junior Techies coding courses. You can see them here. All these 3 courses, they are divided as per your age, and in these courses we have taught every programming concept in very much detail. Okay, so you can enroll in one of the Junior Techies coding courses. Okay, so I will be using loops here. So you see iteration here, click on iteration, select this first block for each item in. Okay, for each item in list. So for this, my Junior Techies, I will go to variables. I will create one more variable and I will give it the name count. Okay, and I will select count for each item count in list. Now I want to if b value is 3, I want to multiply 2 3 times. So in list, okay, so go to this list block. Okay, here list block, select the range one, select this last one. All these instructions you will understand very clearly if you know about the programming concept, if you know about the for loop. Okay, it is very essential to learn a loop concept in detail because it is used everywhere in programming. So if you want to understand the concept clearly, I will again recommend to you Junior Techies coding courses. You can see the courses according to your age group. In these courses we have explained all the concepts very thoroughly, so please go through these courses. Okay, so let's continue. For each item in list range, so range will start from 1. I will explain you. Let me just first write the program and then I will explain you what I am doing here. Okay, now instead of 10 here, I will just remove this 10 block and I will put it in the dustbin, and I will go to the calculation part. I will select this first block and I will put it here. Okay, you can see here, you can just drag and see here, it's going there. And in this, what will I do is I will select variable b plus I need a value, and I will explain you what I'm doing here. Let me just type it, just drag it here, and in this I will write value 1. Okay, so I'm saying for each item count in list range from 1 to var b plus 1. Okay, do what? I have to find out the calculation, right? So to do that, I will create one more variable, answer, by the name answer. Now my Junior Techies, I have to find out the answer to a raised to the power b, and I want to store this answer, this value a raised to the power b in a variable. Okay, and I will set the value of this variable before starting my loop. You see, I took this block and I'm putting it before my loop. This is my loop, I'm putting it before. So set answer value to what? I will set this value to 1. Okay, I will select this block and I will put it here, and I will give it the value 1. Okay, so set answer to 1. Why am I doing that? That also I will explain you once I complete it. For each item count in list 1, range 1 plus variable 1, what do I have to do? I will say variable, set variable, I am calculating the answer, so set answer equal to, go to calculation, select this block, put it here, and change the operator to multiplication, because we have to multiply. If it's 2 to the power 3, I have to multiply it. Okay, so now I have to multiply. What do I have to multiply? I will select multiply var a with my variable answer. Okay, now let's see what will happen. Suppose my user enters variable a as 2, variable b as 3, and my answer I am setting to 1. So now what will this loop do? For each item count, count is a variable in list range, I have given it a range. So when I give a range, the starting value of that range is 1 and the ending value is var b. So if I am saying that I have to multiply 2 3 times, I need a range for that. Okay, and finally what will I do, my Junior Techies? I will print, select the print block, put it here, print the value of the variable answer. Okay, so that's it. This is my computer program, my junior techies. Those of you who already know about the loops, it will be very simple. But those of you who don't, what we are doing here is we have created a variable answer and we are storing value 1 in that. And then we have a loop. So what will happen, initially the value of answer variable is 1, value of variable A is 2, suppose. So 2 into 1 is 2. Okay, again I will go back to my loop because I will repeat it 3 times, right? Because var B value is 3. So again, what will happen? Set answer is equal to var A. What is the value of var A? 2 into answer, the answer from the previous iteration, right? The number of times I repeat my loops, it's an iteration. Every time I repeat my loop, it's an iteration. So previous iteration answer was 2. 2 into 2 is 4. Now I will repeat my loop for the third time. Set answer is equal to 2 into 4. 4 into 2 is 8. So this is the value of 2 raised to the power 3. I will repeat this loop only 3 times because the value of var B is 3. And finally outside my loop I will print my answer. Okay. So now it's time to run the test case. You can see test case passed. I will run the second test case. 7 raised to the power 0 is 1. Okay, and custom, I will enter a custom test case. I will enter 2 numbers. I will enter 5 and in the next line I will enter number 3. Okay, and I have to click on run code button. You can see the output here, 125. 5 raised to the power 3 is 125. I want you all to save your code. Okay, your code is saved, and then you can click here to submit your code for final evaluation. Click this button. You can see congratulations, all test cases passed. Your submission was successful. So I'm sure my junior techies, you must have enjoyed solving this problem also. There are plenty of questions on our website that you can solve. And please, if you are facing issues with the concepts, then I would really recommend you to join one of the junior techies coding courses based on your age group. So I will see you in our next lecture with something new and interesting again. Till then,